Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome back to all of the Virgos out there. If you are a Virgo sun, moon, rising, or north node, this is your tarot reading for the upcoming month of November. And in case anybody is interested, I will be using the Star Tarot deck. So let's see what November has in store for all of you Virgos. Okay, Virgo. We had the Eight of Cups fall out almost immediately, reversed. The Five of Wands, the King of Swords reversed, the World upright, which was also on the bottom of the deck when I picked it up, and the Three of Wands upright. And underneath the Three of Wands is the High Priestess. And underneath that is Justice. So, my first impression with this spread is that you may have been putting other people's needs before your own intuitive calling. With the Eight of Swords reversed, it's almost like you're putting what you know you need to do on the back burner. There is an opportunity that is presenting itself to you or has presented itself to you that can offer you something more than what you have right now, something more fulfilling, something more connected with who you are, something that will bring you more success, maybe all three, maybe more. But you are not taking the steps to get there because it feels like it's just going to be too difficult and you might not have the energy or the time for that right now. Or B, it's because you feel a certain responsibility to somebody that is in your immediate sphere in where you are now. So you almost don't want to step up because you feel this responsibility to whether it's a person or a thing in your sphere at this moment. But ultimately, what I'm getting is that if you do decide to go forth on this new venture, and it could even just be a promotion, like you don't want to take that promotion because you have a really good friend that's on the same level and they honestly make work even better with their presence, and you can't imagine stepping up and all of the change that comes with that, the lack of connection that comes with that as well. But ultimately, if you do decide to take this next step towards this greater opportunity, it's going to bring you a deeper connection with your intuition, for one. It'll help bridge the gap between any gifts you've been either trying to harness or you don't even know exist. Some of you, it'll be either or, but there's something inside of you that can only come out if you take on the challenge of what this next opportunity offers. And these gifts will help you ultimately become a more level human being, become more grounded, become more sure of yourself, become more aware of your power, and help you move through the world with greater ease because you are just so deeply connected with who you are. It'll help bring you towards your own authenticity. And not only that, it'll help bring you to your abundance. The world starting at the bottom of the deck and then coming out for your spread as well. This energy is here for you. As Nelly is here for all of my readings recently. Mm. Oh, good boy. Her perch is right next to my computer, so she always has to make her grand entrance there. But the world is here for you. The world is here for you. Abundance is here for you. Completion of a cycle is here for you. Potentially travel is here for you. This could sometimes be a quite literal card where you're saying, "Oh, you're going to be traveling the world." And it that might be what this opportunity presents is a greater sense of connection to the world around you. It's also going to help you step out of your shell a little bit. With this King of Swords reversed, it's you are moving away from isolation, but you still have this surety, you still have this clarity, this willingness to see all sides almost. Um, but you are still in your own power as you gaze at all of the options available to you. And you are not allowing yourself to hide. It's like you're stepping into your power and you're allowing yourself to be seen. And with the Three of Wands as well. The Three of Wands is like a go energy. It's one of my favorite energies of the tarot as a whole. Nelly, stop. Not for you. It's one of my favorite energies, the tarot as a whole, because it really shows the beginning of something new. Not only the beginning, but you deciding to embark on the journey. You making the choice to say, you know what, I'm overlooking my potential and I'm saying what's out there for me is greater than what's in my present moment. And even if I don't know how to get there, I don't know what's awaiting me, girl, stop. She's biting the computer screen. No, even if I don't know what's out there or what's waiting for me, I invite the challenges. I invite the obstacles because I know every step of the way is bringing me closer to my ultimate greatest abundance, to where I'm supposed to be, essentially. And then from there, you can continue to go up. It's like climbing a mountain in that way. Go back to your perch. And the Three of Wands, when you're climbing that mountain, is when you finally decide, you know what, I'm going to do this thing. You've been contemplating it. Your friend's like, oh, do you want to come? Do you want to come? And you're like, I'm not sure. I'll have to train. I'll have to do this. The Three of Wands is like the decision. The Three of Wands is just before you leave when you're saying, I am ready for this. I'm doing it. I have decided. So ultimately, I think you will choose what's best for you. It's just going to be about having this loving sense of detachment, this detachment from whatever is keeping you in your current circumstances, because again, what's awaiting you is better than what you feel is holding you back. Or I shouldn't say holding you back. What is waiting for you is better than what you feel is keeping you in your current circumstances. And your current circumstances might be fine. You know, it's not like there's anything wrong with where you are, but there is better out there for you. And I think you know it. I think your intuition's been telling you this. You just haven't necessarily seen it, or until the opportunity came along, you never really thought about acting on it. But now this opportunity is here and you're saying, okay, how can I move forward while still appeasing everybody else? But again, it's that sense of detachment. You can only look out for your best interest right now. Stop worrying about the other people. Stop worrying about the coworkers, the family members, the friends. Stop worrying about it all. Because again, what is waiting for you is going to help you be more present in your own body, more connected to yourself, which will make you a better person to be around. If you're a bad person now, but your authenticity will shine. Your energy will be contagious because you're doing something that's more aligned with who you are here to be, who you are supposed to be in this lifetime. So, if the opportunity hasn't come yet, I would say just keep an eye out and don't. It's not that you can't go to other people for opinions, but I think ultimately you need to be the deciding factor on what you choose to do next. Oh, let's see what. Hierophant reversed, another one of my favorite energies of the tarot. So yeah, King or Knight of Pentacles. This is a patient energy. This is very Virgo energy, Saturnian energy, Earth energy, which is almost in direct contrast to the Hierophant reverse. And the Three of Swords was under the Hierophant. So, like I said, the Knight of Pentacles is a slow moving energy. Out of all the knights, he probably goes against his knightly, like, where all of the knights want to charge headfirst into battle. Think of it quite literally as a knight in the olden times going to war. They want to charge in, they're very confident, they're just like, ah, for my country, whatever it may be. And they don't know what's going to happen. They just have their swords drawn and they are ready to fight tooth and nail. But with Pentacles, again, it's an earthy energy, which forces you to have patience in the process. So while you're going forth on this new venture, you know it's not going to be instant gratification, but you almost like that about it. You know there's going to be some time before you may see the results you are expecting. Or even if you're not expecting it, there still will be like a buffer period almost where you have to work diligently, you have to get all of your ducks in a row, you're learning, you're growing, and then all of a sudden when that period is over, that's when you start really seeing the benefits of the choice. But it's not going to be an instant thing. And I think you're okay with that, Virgo. You guys are used to working hard, laying out the groundwork to make sure that you're good going forward. But that's just a reminder that it's not going to be instant, so don't expect it to be. Don't expect your life to change overnight. It will change, but just not that quickly. But in the process, with the Hierophant reverse, this is telling you to break the rules. Break the rules. So whether the rules are what you think is keeping you where you are now, that could be it. Or if the rules are just what this let's use the job as an example again. You got a promotion, you're so ready for it, but then you get up there and you see that like this is counterintuitive. Things are not working out as efficiently as they could be. Don't be afraid to be that person to say, "Hey, I have a fresh perspective. I'm stepping into this role, and as a Virgo, I know better than all of you." Let's be real. I have a new set of eyes, and I think this hasn't been revamped or looked at in a very long time. And with where we are now, this is obsolete, the thing we're doing. Let's do it this way instead. Don't be afraid to be the person that breaks the status quo. And again, I'm just using the job as an example. This can be for anything. This can be in your own life. And if we are talking about just the desire to move forward, but you're trying to hold yourself back for this reason, for that reason, for this reason, use this as a way to break your own rules, break your own molds. I feel like the Hierophant and the World together, it's like you are meant to go out and experience and maybe be that triggering person for a while that just bothers people, but in a constructive way. It's like you're triggering people, but in those triggers, you're ultimately helping them see themselves and grow and become more of themselves and become more of themselves. Stop hiding behind their fears. That's that energy it gives me. Where if the more you break your own mold, and it's so opposite to Virgo energy, I feel like. So it's going to be a radical transformation for yourself and a radical learning experience where you might have to be that person that you're not used to, the one that's not so organized, the one that's not so put together. Oh, excuse me. One that's not so put together. But in that process, you're going to be learning more about yourself and what you're really capable of, what you are really capable of. It's almost like you're challenging yourself. How long can I, and this is a bare minimum example, but how long can I leave my clean clothes in the hamper without freaking out that they're not folded and put away? Or, something like that. And then really allowing yourself to see the strength of your own endurance. Yeah. Yeah. That's interesting. Can we get some clarity on that one? We had the Nine of Pentacles reversed at the bottom of the deck, with the Ten of Pentacles upright, the Lovers reversed. Interesting that these are all sixes. So the Lovers reversed, which is again the six. The Six of Swords reversed. Why can't I pick this up? Lovers reversed. Six of Swords, or sorry, yeah, Six of Swords reversed, and then Six of Wands at the bottom of the deck. It was under Nine of Pentacles. But because they're all sixes, it really stood out to me. So it might be hard to make this transition. It's going to feel like you're going against everything you know, but you ultimately have the no, you don't really have a choice. You don't really have a choice because this is what your soul's been yearning for. This is what's been calling out for you for a while, even if it's been subconscious. This is something that seems fated, and I feel that we grow the most when we face the biggest challenges in our life. And sometimes the biggest challenge is facing ourselves in these challenging circumstances. So you are going to need to really ground in self love in all of the ways that you show up in this next month, in the month of November. You're going to need to ground in that loving awareness that what I'm doing is for my greatest good, even if it feels like I'm going against myself. If you're following your intuition and your intuition saying, okay, never mind, I don't want to encourage that. If your intuition is saying, I always take this route home, but today, for whatever reason, I'm going to take the long way. This long way is 20 minutes farther than this way, but I feel like I need to take this route. And Virgo, you're all about efficiency. So that even that choice might be hard for you, but there's a reason you're being directed that way. So take the longer route, take the scenic route. Even if it goes against everything that seems logical to you, take the scenic route because there's wisdom there. There are lessons there. There's growth there. There's opportunity there that you would have otherwise missed had you just gone the right way home. And again, it might not be easy at first. And I think that's where this Knight of Pentacles energy comes in as well. But it's going to be so worth it, which we see with the Ten of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles reverse and the Ten of Pentacles upright. So it's almost like you'll feel impatient. You will feel impatient. You'll want the harvest. You'll want the rewards. But you'll also be tapping into this Knight of Pentacles energy that's saying, I know this is going to be long withstanding. And if you're able to just put that impatience or that doubt on the back burner and not listen to it and trust everywhere your intuition is guiding you, everything it's guiding you towards, every person, every place, whatever it may be, success is waiting for you. Success, how you define it. It's waiting for you. Fulfillment, completion. That's the world and the Ten of Pentacles. That's completion, both of those. There's a cycle. And I don't want to say it's coming to an end in November, but you're setting the groundwork to give yourself the ending, maybe by the end of the year. But there is this cycle coming to a close, but you need to make the decision. Like I said, you really don't have a choice here, and I think you're going to be following your intuition towards this, but you need to choose to trust and to allow it to happen. Because the more you are able to surrender and say, fine, I'm on this path, show me where to go, even if it feels weird, even if I feel like this is not who I am, there's a reason I'm going through this. There's some sort of lesson in authenticity you have to learn throughout this whole situation. Not only authenticity, but pushing your own boundaries. You're supposed to be coming out of your shell in the month of November because the more you emerge, the more you will find yourself, the more you'll find where you belong, the people you should be with. But you need to allow. It's an act of radical surrender for the month of November. Oh, that rhymed. I'm just seeing if anything else wants to be said. Oh, I just heard split the deck. Let's see. The sun reverse. So yeah, you're being led to your greatest authenticity. And it might, again, it might feel counterintuitive, counterproductive. But this lesson is to bring you to yourself, to bring you home to yourself, to bring you home to your inner child, to reawaken that curiosity you have for the world rather than the judgment. You are being led to put the judgment of yourself and of the world and of others and of the situations aside. Stop trying to control the outcome. Stop trying to say this has to look this way or I won't be happy. That's the lesson in the month of November, Virgo. Joy and happiness and success can come to you. It might not look the way you think it should, but that makes it even better because it's unsuspected. I feel like you are trying to put your life in this box and say, if it doesn't work out, that like very 5-year plan kind of thing, this year I'm going to do this, I'm going to complete this. And if it doesn't look this way, you're not going to be happy with it. Life is saying, no, burn the box, crumple it, smash it, throw it in the dumpster because you are limiting how much joy and happiness you can receive. So November is going to be a test of your own will in a way. But it's brought upon by you and your higher self so you can learn that I am limiting myself here. If I break the box and allow the unexpected to come in, the abundance, I am amplifying how much joy, how much love, how much success I can bring into my life. So it's a radical act of allowance, letting go of your own expectations. Good luck. Oh, goodness, Virgo. But you should be excited about that. It's going to be challenging, but it's a very rewarding challenge. It's bringing you back to yourself. I think it's beautiful. I think that's really beautiful. But of course, with all of that said, this was a general reading, so it's possible not everything resonated. If that's the case, you can check out my website linked in the bio below. You can book directly with me for tarot, astrology, and human design. Numerology is coming soon, so keep a lookout for that if you're interested. And of course, we do this every single month for all of the signs. So if you do want to keep up with your forecast for the month ahead, according to the tarot cards, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. If you did like this reading, give me a like, give me a comment, tell me how it resonated. If you like this little kick in the butt, I would love to hear about that. But otherwise, Virgo, allow this challenge. This challenge is the greatest thing that can happen to you. The greatest thing that can happen to you moving forward because it's bringing you to you. It's showing you that you were living in a box before and now you're breaking out quite literally into the world and beyond and beyond. Allow it to happen. Release your expectations. Allow. And again, break the rules. Break the rules, whether they're your own or they're in place in your workplace, whatever it may be. Break the rules, allow, and surrender. You've got this.